The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
This is the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. Trap comedy at its finest. Where if you can't slang yourself, you might as well hang yourself. This is also where you can turn yourself into dope and you become the real man. Whoa, yeah.
First I get them, and then I let them. Then I remix, rewind, then I wet them. Welcome to the trap. Welcome to the trap.
All right. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. As you can see us here every Tuesday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. We would like to say up top, make sure you subscribe to MorrisMediaLive.com and subscribe to the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge on YouTube. Press those like buttons and those reminder bells, and please leave your comments in the columns below, because we love to hear from you. We don't care if you're anonymous or not. We don't care if you have good shit to say or some cold-blooded hater shit. We just want to hear what you have to say about the topics and the shit that we talk about every week.
Or stupid shit.
Yeah, or stupid shit. We don't really give a damn what you talk about. Now, we got a cold ass week that we just finished, and we love to finish every week, because every week we finish gives us a chance to do better this week than we did last week. So let me introduce the usual suspects. Starting on my far left, we have the football guru, Mr. Know-It-All. This guy knows so much about football. It's scary and it hurts at the same fucking time. He goes by the name of Packett. How was your week, Packett?
My week was excellent, man. Carolina brought that win in. We destroyed the Cowboys. Did your team win?
Did my team win?
Yeah, did your team win?
Green Bay?
Oh, that's right. Y'all played the easy Bears. That's okay.
Yeah, but we did win.
Okay.
That was a hell of a game.
We did win in typical and traditional, amazing Green Bay fashion.
The Bears are a better team this year than last year.
Yes, they do have a better team.
Defense.
You know what I'm saying? Big motherfuckers they got on their team and shit like that. But Packett, a lot of people want to get into this football office pool that you were talking about.
Yes, sir.
And me and Farouk, we wanted to do it old school, get on the paper, but we went.
Yeah.
We got in it, didn't we? Get in?
Yeah, we did. We kind of resist, and I kind of like it too, man.
Why? Because we did pretty good for some
trash talk. You know, Green Bay all the way.
You could trash talk, and I think me and you did pretty goddamn good, huh?
Yeah,
y'all did good. Y'all did good.
We both in second place.
Yeah. With how many wins? I think we had 10 wins on our picks.
Yeah.
Now, the football guru, how many of your magnificent picks won?
Oh, man.
5, motherfucker.
I got 5.
Yeah, 5.
What? It was the first week.
That's why you got a cricket.
Good thing you pulled the rabbit out the hat.
That's why you got.
Let's see you keep it up.
You got a cricket on your shoulder. You gonna eat it or knock it off?
I hope you don't keep it up.
No, it's right there on your sleeve. You know, the cricket's like big shit. Anyway, and then it was good because we're gonna pick up some more. This next week, week 2, we're gonna be picking. And we're going to see how you do this week, okay?
Yeah, me and Marv
have
just
fun while
talked
you
for
guys are
second
doing
play.
good. Have fun while you're doing good.
Yeah, we're going to have fun. That's what it's all about.
Good. That's what it's all
What
about.
place was you in this week, Patrick?
Yeah,
I'm in last place.
Hello.
At least he's an honest loser.
From last to first.
You're
Don't
like
trip.
an
It's 17 weeks in the season, so you have fun with the first one, because you must not be winning that much because you're having fun with the first one.
So can we call you an anti-expert?
No, you can't. And plus, everybody else put money in. You didn't even put money in to win. Somebody else won the pool.
Oh, okay. Cool.
You had a chance at it, but
that's the best you could do.
You didn't want to take the risk, did you? They weren't too sure about your
I
picks.
told you Packett had a damn racket going on.
Look, that's why Farouk
first he get us into this shit. You know, we didn't even want to do this
at
shit.
all.
Now he get us into this. Now he's enticing us with money shit. You see how Packett racket work?
I'm not enticing you guys. I'm just trying to say, like, you know.
Did you put money in?
Of course.
You did?
Yeah.
I paid for the pool for us to do it.
Now
Fucking
he's trying
loser.
to put a monkey on our back.
Fucking loser.
He's trying to put a monkey on our back.
Okay, now, Farouk, we're going to go right here next. Farouk, the ghetto Googler, how was your week?
I had a pretty good week, man. You know, it wasn't too exciting or anything, man. You know, I just barely missed the opportunity to slap the shit out of somebody on the train today. But otherwise than that,
How did you miss the opportunity barely? They got off too quick?
I was just in a real peaceful situation last night, you know, thinking about these picks I won. I had a cool evening with the missus.
So you gave him a pass?
Kind of, sort of, but I had to say something to him. You know, here's an old white man. I don't know if he was, you know, off of some motherfucking E&J early in the morning or whatever crackers drink. But, you know, I heard him say the word like nigga 5 times, calling people my nigga walking by. So it damn near startled me.
Wow, you let him slide?
You know, so I took one of my earphones off. This is to the irony of the story, though.
Okay.
So I took one of my earphones off, and I confirmed that he was fucking with a sister next to him, you know, and she looked like she didn't want to be bothered.
Right.
And, you know, it was a Hispanic girl, which, you know, the girl, young girls now dyeing their hair all these funny colors. I thought it looked nice. She started going in here on her hair.
Did she look like Teriyaki 6ix9ine? What's the rapper?
Almost close, but
Did you say Teriyaki 6ix9ine?
Ain't that his name, Teriyaki?
She was cuter, you know. Now, him in jail, he might be real sexy if he take his ass to jail.
You better hope he don't go there.
Running to Fleece Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
You know, anyhow, I just walked up to him and kindly asked him, you know, sir, you okay? You enjoying yourself, right? You having a good day? I said, look, man, why don't you leave people alone, man? This train was completely peaceful till you got on here. Stop fucking with people, man. I'm not messing with people. I said, man, you are fucking with people. Just sit on the train and enjoy your ride, but everybody else paid their fare like you. Leave people alone. So I sat down, you know, just like, you know, nigga, yeah, that's right, brother. You shut your bitch ass up because you should have said something before I did. You was right next to him.
Right.
So don't pat me on the back with your carrot
All of a sudden,
ass.
you was damn near like Al Sharpton for a minute.
Yeah, so, you know, they all applauded me, and everybody said thank you, and I told them to thank God, because if it wasn't for God, I'd have whooped his ass.
That sounds like a very exciting train ride.
Yeah.
Now, we have a new person on the panel today. Welcome to the lounge, Mr. Ilya. What do you go by?
Oh, man, you know.
Daily, what do you go by?
Ilya Daily.
Ilya Daily, he knows something about sports.
Sportsman.
Ask
Wait a minute, hold
Ilya.
on.
Ask Ilya here at Morris Media Studio.
Ask Ilya on Cali Sports.
No, on Morris Media Studios.
Yeah, Morris Media. Dude, what
So
time does your show come on?
5 p.m. 5 p.m. on Mondays.
Mondays, yes.
I call him half Jewish.
Yeah, that's the Sports Collective Media.
Why do you call him half Jewish?
That nigga squeezed 2 half pennies out of his ass before he give you a quarter, man.
Wow. I learned
He's
that
a
from
real
Marv.
Jewish, man.
That's called being frugal.
Yeah, he really is, man. He taught me a couple of things, man. You
Hey,
know?
that's how we keep the money.
Hey, you know, I always had a system. You always have a system.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The
Do you
system is
pay-
say
let
no.
me ask
And
you,
he's
do you
known
pay
as a senator
do you
debate,
pay-
not
if
the
you got a
ambassador.
bill, I ask you a question. When you have a bill, say an electric bill, do you pay the whole bill? Do you pay half the bill? Or do you pay a third of the bill?
I pay the whole bill.
I make payment arrangements. I don't pay that motherfucker until they come by to cut it off. I'll be like, what you doing? And then they say something. I say, well, look, let me give you $20, and then I'll take care of it, and then it stay on like that.
So I'm kind of like you, right, Marv? I'm trying to negotiate on how, you know. Look,
Oh, that's
y'all
what you
gonna
call
send-
it, negotiate?
Y'all going to send me another bill next month, right?
Right.
So why I'm going to pay the whole bill? I'm
Now-
going to get another bill.
Now, Ilya, my dad raised me a certain way. He said, and he made sense. He said, why for should you have to pay the whole bill? Because you ain't gonna never own gas. you ain't gonna never learn. You ain't gonna never own electricity. So why pay for it like you gonna own it?
Right.
Get to it a little
you
bit
go,
at a
Fred.
time.
There you go, Fred.
It makes sense.
Pay to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit
as you
is
go.
cool till one day you slip up and your ass is at work and they come in there with that wrench to cut your shit off. They don't want to hear none of that shit.
You know what
See?
my daddy say? That's what they make candles for.
Yeah. So you have a romantic candlelight ass dinner in the dark, and I'm gonna have
cold ass water.
I'm gonna have hot water for my ass, and I'm gonna have lights, TV with the remote so I can watch my game.
Well, that's good for your own time bill paying ass. But you know what I'm saying?
It's cheaper to pay it off, folks.
Now,
Don't
if that's
listen
your
to
system,
this shit.
Ilya, will you agree with me? If that's your system, it don't never get cut off.
Right, because it's you know, you ain't dead. When
Yeah.
you dead, it's cut off.
Yeah.
I'm living. I'm still giving y'all a few bucks because there used to be a law that if you gave them at least $1
What?
They can't legally turn you off because you made a payment.
Nah, that shit was a law in 1960 something. That shit
over
don't
with?
apply now.
You may not been paying them too much.
Especially not in Long Beach. Long Beach got their own shit going
Farouk,
on.
I've been giving their ass a whole dub. I could have just gave him $1.
Yeah, ain't that
It used to be, but
him.
Farouk is, he no. But I'm telling you, that used to be a law. If you made a payment, they cannot legally catch up.
Yeah, in 1960 something.
Yeah, now it's not really called being cheap. We call it being frugal.
I love it.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's like I told people before. They think there's something wrong with me. They accuse me of stealing from grocery stores. You know, I don't call it stealing. I say that I'm on a consumer jihad. Yes, because
I kind of feel him like that because, man, I catch the train. I mean, fares done went up with the tap card or et cetera, but I got a system.
What's your system?
I just go and I punch in the senior citizen fare. I figure, fuck it.
Right.
I'm almost 50. I'm almost there any goddamn way. So
I give you an even better one than that. When you go to the movies,
I do that senior citizen kiosk.
And you go to get the kids tickets because all they do is there's some guy with
you can
autism
reverse?
in the front. He just
Oh,
rips
you get
it.
the kids?
He don't look at nothing.
Why he gotta have autism?
I don't know
Man,
why
that's
they
mean.
hire their
That's
people
mean.
like that, man.
Wait a minute.
AMC, but
That's
there's
a good one.
always some guy standing there like,
yeah, I get the senior citizen
man.
fare, man. That's only 75 cents.
We can get the kid, two kids.
Regular fare is $5.
You
I
got
just
enough
punch
for
in
popcorn.
senior and it's 75 cents.
You got enough for popcorn.
Now hold
to
on.
do it like that.
See how listening to this show will help you. See now I can alternate between the child's ticket and the senior citizen's ticket. Thank you very much. It's good to have you on the show.
Man,
Yep,
pleasure
to get
come.
around
Yeah,
town
yeah.
and to go see a movie.
He done saved motherfuckers about $40 in the last 5
You
minutes.
know one
So you
thing
got-
I just don't like, and I don't have nothing against Mexicans. I love Mexican food. I love tequila
On the
and
lake.
Corona. I love it. You know what I'm saying? But one goddamn problems that I have with Mexicans is nobody with a goddamn drive-through should ever hire a goddamn Mexican, man. They always get my fucking order wrong. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna have to agree
I
with
say no bacon on the cheeseburger. Uno bacon cheeseburger? No, not uno. No, I don't want any. I don't want. Please pull to the fucking window. And then you sitting there at the window and they still can't get it right. Get a fucking translator at least. Get a goddamn translator. Cause am I the only one that had that problem?
Well, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I used to have that problem, but
You
I
just
started.
gotta check your bags.
I
man.
started speaking sort of like they speak, and then I get it right. Like when I pull up the Jack in the Box, instead of just saying, let me get a jumbo jack, I'll be like, excuse me, can I have a jumbo? I say, the jumbo yak. And they know exactly what I'm saying. I say, the jumbo yak. And they say, it's no problem. I say, it's no problem. It's no problem. You know, and then it's cool. I get my shit. But if I
You
say,
know you weren't gonna complain anyway if they
You
put
say
some extra
jumbo
bacon
jack,
on your
you got
burger.
a
Your
tuna
burger.
fish sandwich, huh?
oh no! One time I did go to Jack in the Box, and it was a Hispanic gentleman there, Latino, and it looked like he just came from across the border and couldn't wait to get to Jack in the Box. He walked up to him and said, "Do you have the spaghetti?" And
a Mexican order of spaghetti.
yeah, look, we was at Jack. He said, "Do you have the spaghetti, please?" And they very nice. They say, "Please." But that please on there, so it was a Mexican dude behind the counter, and he was trying his best to be nice. He's like, "We don't have the spaghetti. It's yak in the box. We have the cheeseburger, the jumbo yak, the chicken fingers. There's no spaghetti." And so the dude was like, he said, "Okay, I take one spaghetti, please." And I didn't feel too bad. I didn't feel too bad. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel bad at all. I said, because they can't understand each other. So it's
Mexicans and drive-thrus don't mix, man. I don't care what they do. They do everything good, but stay your ass away from them drive-thru intercoms and speakers.
Yeah, and because you can get what they call drive-through rage, and you know, and that's bad.
All right, I was at the fair, right? So I'm at the fair, and it's like 5 swollen Hispanic girls standing in front of me. I never thought.
Is that a nice way of saying fat?
Kind of, yeah. So,
They say Jaina
So they
got a
stand there.
detox.
So they all, or we at the hot dog on the stick. So they order just something to drink, right? So I'm going to order food. I'm next, right? So they all get their drink. And at the same time, they just sucking on the drink. I say, can y'all move out the way?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, they had no like, okay, well, we got our drink. Grab your straw and walk away. They stood right there and just started just drinking a drink. And I'm like, are y'all ordering some more food?
What'd they say?
I'm like, nah. I'm like, well, get your ass out the way.
Yeah, they
She
have
like-
no
she
regards
was like,
for personal
you're so
space.
rude.
We got to call,
I'm like,
guys.
That's when you got to use that. You got to look at it. Yeah, you got to say.
You
You say-
got the lemonade.
No, you got to look at it and say.
Marv, we got to call for the lounge.
Can you move it? Can you move it to the side, please, right now? Can you do it right now, please? And then they would have moved. It right now means tomorrow or within the next 5 minutes.
Okay, I hear the right.
We got a caller.
Farouk.
Caller.
Yes, sir.
First of all, we gonna say caller. What's your name? Welcome to the lounge. What's your name?
Hey, how you doing? This is George.
Hey, it's no problem, Jordan. Welcome.
No,
to
Jorge.
welcome to the lounge. Caller, you say what?
The motherfucker Farouk talk about the drive-thru. Let me talk to that motherfucker.
Okay.
Is this Jorge?
Let me speak to Farouk.
This is Farouk.
Farouk, you my friend long time, motherfucker. You come to my drive-thru. Now this how you talk to me?
Hey, man, I didn't want no problem. I'm just saying, man, the terminology, man, on just getting a simple
you fucking hurt my feelings.
I'm sorry,
You my
man.
homeboy.
Look, stay on the goddamn burgers in the cash register and get the fuck out the drive-thru, man.
But no, listen, no, it's bullshit, man. You hurt my feelings.
I'm sorry, Jorge.
Now, let me ask.
You hurt my feelings. And then Marv, my boy, Marv, you let the guy hurt my feelings. You don't say nothing.
What drive-thru are you at?
I'm right here at the fucking El Pollo Loco.
And he can't get shit right.
Yeah, that's cause y'all don't
Hey,
get
the
it.
motherfucker with the Rams hat on the end, the Golden State hat on the end. I know the guy.
You guys don't get the wing lovers right. That's why. That's the problem.
No, the guy with the water, with the Golden State hat.
Oh, that's Ilya. You fuck with El Pollo Loco too?
Oh man, I like the wing lovers, man. That's
And they don't never have that shit, do
They
they?
don't never had a wing lover. That's a manager special. It ain't even on the menu.
They never have
But
wings in the black community, man.
You hurt my feelings. You hurt my feelings.
Ain't that so?
Look, if your feelings hurting, go to the fucking dentist and get them worked on, man. That's the most I can tell you, man.
It's a song about
Hey,
feelings
my
or something.
homeboy Daily.
What's happening?
Anyway, sir,
Daily.
this is what we're going to do for you, sir. Because here at the lounge, we want to accommodate everybody. So next time we come to the El Pollo Loco, the drive-thru, we're going to speak to you in your native tongue.
Hey, Marv, you get anything you want. You my homeboy.
Can I get that
You
wing
my
lovers?
homeboy. I got you, my nigga. Whatever you want, I got you. But the motherfucker Farouk and the motherfucker Daily, hey, man, you fucking full of shit, man. I start every time you come.
I'm not fucking with you, Jorge.
Hey, Farouk.
Yeah.
Farouk. I just got all you motherfuckers. You know who I am?
Yeah, this Rick. So you didn't get me, you son of a bitch, you. He thought he got me. This Rick, nigga, I know who this is.
I know it's a fat motherfucker when he said El Pollo Loco. Yeah.
What's
I
up, Rick?
had all you guys for 5 minutes.
Well, thank you,
I had all you
fucker.
guys for 5 minutes.
Well, thank you for calling the lounge.
Hey, I fucking love you guys. You're doing a good job. But no more fucking Pollo Loco for you guys. Go to Kentucky.
Fuck
Go to Kentucky.
Fuck Kentucky.
All right, Rick, Jorge, whatever you want to say. Thanks for calling the lounge.
That was Rick.
Yeah, you know, his ass.
Fat
Yeah, he
boy.
fat
That
as
boy
fuck.
stay in a restaurant.
Yeah, he live in a
That
restaurant.
boy is a
He
restaurant
eat
too.
after he eat.
Yeah, and drink.
Yeah, his son told me he eat for no motherfucking reason.
Niggas just eat because he's just.
Yeah, he said you got to take the food out of the house. If there's food in the house, he just go in the icebox and just start cooking shit at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Hey, if you don't ever be hungry and go to that nigga Instagram, nigga, that nigga go to every
all
restaurant.
Like, everything. It's like food porn.
He got half the plate eating, nigga. Still take a picture.
He got chickens twerking and shit on his Instagram.
And then he just got real excited like he was having sex when he told me he got him a brand new deep fryer and shit. You know what I'm saying? He said he put fries and he throw a couple of taquitos in the motherfucking fries and he whoo.
Well,
You
we love him anyway. We
Yeah,
appreciate
Rick,
him.
that's my guy, man.
Calling
Cheers
Lounge.
to you, man.
Right
Now,
on, Rick.
these are the usual suspects that's going to be on here for this show. We're going to take a brief commercial break, and we want to let everybody know that on the 19th of September, which will be a Wednesday, We're going to be at the Hot and Cool Cafe that just opened up on Degnan in Leimert Park. We're going to be doing some comedy. So we would like you guys to come out and support. We're going to have a rip-roaring time, and we'll be back after this commercial right here on the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. Naomi Osana. Okay, and we're back to the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. Now we're going to get into some controversy that happened at the the Women's U.S. Open when Serena Williams got a little tennis rage because she lost to Naomi Osaka, which Farouk is very in tune with this story. He's been following it diligently. So why don't you tell the people about this story, Farouk?
Well, I actually watched the match, and the little girl, man.
On purpose, you watched the match on purpose?
Yeah.
Who would have thought you would be that well versed on
I'm
women's
in the
tennis?
sports, period. But it was clearly that the girl was dominating Serena, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I think if Serena was up,
What happened? I mean, like,
well,
they said it
she
was-
basically threw a rant to the judge because he felt like he was biased towards her based upon her gender, which to me,
But both of them were black, right?
yeah, and both of them were females. So I think it was a bunch of bullshit on her part, you know, and I've lost a bit of respect for Serena and her integrity for the simple fact that I know for a fact that if she was winning, she wouldn't have never did that. So it's like the judge called her out on, you know, coaching from the stands once. You can't do that in professional tennis for some reason.
So
but
she added a little ratchetness to this whole sport.
yeah, well, you know, she's from Compton, so she acted it all out. You know what I'm saying?
That's
When-
no excuse.
Yeah,
but you
well,
gotta-
the
it's-
judge didn't go for that, and I'm glad he didn't because she didn't get out of line. Nobody got emotional and was ranting besides her, but to me, it was a smokescreen to what you say, a misdirection.
Yeah, now I didn't watch it, but somebody told me, and correct me if I'm wrong, Farouk, that she damaged her, like hit her racket on the ground.
Yeah,
She,
she had a-
pulled
she
a
had a-
John McEnroe.
She had a
yeah.
complete meltdown.
Now, back in
Yeah.
the day, we had a guy named John McEnroe who used to do that religiously. So, but you know, and you should have. A lot of tennis players should have learned by then that is very unacceptable and not tolerated in
And
professional,
childish.
prestigious sport of tennis.
I mean, if you look at, the undercoating in tennis have played tennis. The understanding.
You played tennis?
Yeah, he played professional tennis.
Oh, on the real court?
Not on the video game.
okay.
So to understand
And,
the
not
undercut.
That was good on the video game.
Let's hear what he said. It's from a
I
former.
really want y'all to look at it from a different perspective. Okay, you got a Japanese black girl really whooping Serena's ass, right? And then you got Serena who's like paved this way for this girl to be there, right?
Right.
And they're in the middle of a match. So you look at the time that they was negotiating all this drama and problems. That is just like not the etiquette for tennis at all.
But
So-
she was tired, so she did that to get some
So wait a
rest.
minute.
Yeah.
If I hear you right, it's almost. Are you saying like the media added an extra element in tennis that hasn't really been included in tennis before?
Right. I mean, it's a demeanor. It's just like if you go to a polo match, if you go to a golf tournament or any of that, everything, our basketball game, everything has its own little arena. So when you look at tennis, you know, she really damaged everything that's for blacks moving forward because they don't need that. They don't want that. That was just...
And that's how you felt. So you kind of agree with Farouk as far
I
as...
agree with Stephen A. I think she's wrong because...
Now,
it's
what
just-
was Stephen A's perspective on it?
It's a complete meltdown. She was wrong for making those type of remarks and just wrong, period. The whole situation was wrong. So you got beat, sit down, move on, let the girl get her glory. The girl couldn't even get the glory at the end because...
She pulled a Kanye too?
She felt some kind of way, right, Farouk? Did you
Yeah,
kinda
she
see
did.
that?
She really cried. And, you know, this wasn't her first time actually beating Serena. This was her second time. This just happened to be for a prize.
Hold on. Oh,
Yeah.
Serena booed.
No, the whole crowd booed.
Oh,
when
so-
they announced that the girl won, and that kind of hurt her feelings and the
Right.
shit out because she worked very hard, you know, on the court. She swung perfect, and just when it come to just poised tennis playing, pound for pound, she whooped Serena's ass, you know. Now, in the midst of melee of Serena, I guess, thinking it was no way for her to come back, which, if anybody know about tennis scoring, it was no actual way for her to come back. So, whatever point that the judge took off,
and
if
that's
they
where you get
gave
the
her
whole
3
meltdown.
more points, she still would have lost.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
I don't know if she felt like the judge was wrong. I think that it was very distasteful for her to take all the shine and get, you know, all this so-called attention from
Now-
the crowd
now-
to take attention from the young girl.
Now, having heard you two gentlemen explain this to me from these perspectives, I'm a little bit perturbed by Serena's action as well.
But wait a minute, Marv. Don't you think? All right, let's weigh in on the
I was
whole.
going to say what
subject.
I thought. I was going to say what I thought.
I know, but let's weigh on the whole subject before you say what you thought, because
Okay.
you were saying you were perturbed with her too. It goes bigger than that because that whole weekend they were messing with Serena. Serena came out with her outfit on, and they banned her outfit. Now, anybody knows the problem with Serena? She has blood clots in her stomach. She almost had a miscarriage with her baby. Now she wears the black suits because she stains sometimes with blood. So and they know this, and it's not something that I think is really public note or some people know, but. They were picking at her for the whole time. So you don't think that had nothing to do with it? Nothing.
Well,
It has nothing to do with the performance. For one, did you watch the tennis match?
It has nothing to do with the performance.
Listen, did you watch the tennis match?
No, I didn't watch the tennis match.
Okay, so there's no need to talk about it.
But I think it has a lot to do with the
We
meltdown.
watched the tennis match.
First of all, we're talking about
Hold on, one second.
the same people were on her already.
Portis-
All I asked was a question.
Look,
Wait,
okay,
Portis
but
is
what I'm
signaling.
telling you is...
1 second, Farouk. Portis is signaling. What were you saying, Portis?
Oh no, I was good. I could have waited to bring my point up. You can finish your thought.
Oh, okay.
Farouk.
What I'm saying is, if you watch the tennis match, I'm not talking about the bullshit and ethics that might happen on the court or off the court. And what I'm saying is, besides her dramatic appeal to the line judge and also the referee and being disrespectful in that regard, when you watch the tennis match, not none of this political bullshit or insinuation if she's been attacked. When you see her serve the ball and the girl serve the ball, you see the ball going back and forth across the tennis match and these people swinging the rackets. The girl, hands down, beat Serena's ass. That's what we're talking about. Now, when you talk about they're on her for her dress or whatever, that had nothing.
And I asked you the question: do you think that has something to do with her meltdown?
No, not
I
at
say
all.
it has a lot to do with the meltdown because the meltdown came from her. Yeah. So it could have been all this could have been agitated, and then that was just the final straw. I got my
now
ass
you play tennis.
What?
Has she done this before? Is this something in her character that she does all the time?
She never got her ass whooped like that.
So this is the first time it's happened.
Well,
at this level.
It's the first time she got her ass whooped like that.
At this level.
She never lost that bad.
I'm quite sure she's probably had drama and problems as a black
All right,
tennis
gentlemen,
player.
let me just address.
Now I was gonna say,
Go ahead.
out of all the years, could you imagine all the racism that her and her sister endured
Exactly.
In that
all
sport.
these years?
Exactly what I was talking about.
You see the cartoon that just came out? It was some Jim
Exactly.
Crow shit. So Serena has taken a beating throughout her whole tennis life. I mean,
She never mentioned racism. She mentioned sexism.
and you know
though.
what? And that's good. But for her to go off like she did, I mean, you guys brought it up. Who? John McEnroe?
Right.
Yeah.
When he was losing, he was cussing out. He was doing way
And it was funny.
worse.
And he got fined, too.
And it was
They
funny.
fined his ass. Now, particularly that you said that. Patrick McEnroe, the brother of John McEnroe, also a professional tennis player, was on Good Morning America.
One of those morning shows.
Yeah, he was on Good Morning America. And he said that from the stands, they didn't hear anything going on with the judges or Serena and her talking to the referee. But he said clearly from the stands, from a fan point of view, a spectator point of view, because he was there, he said the girl wore Serena's ass out. He said it was clearly that Serena was outplayed and didn't have no chance of ever beating the girl.
It's like a boxer.
But did Serena say she got cheated out of the champ? She said dude stole points from her, but she didn't say she was cheated, did she?
I don't think it.
Basically,
I think
she
it was
did.
an issue.
Well, no, she didn't say it with her own mouth.
Yeah, but basically she alluded to that, And another thing, too, since you brought up the points being taken away from her, and you can look this up yourself as far as, like, the rules for tennis. In tennis, on that level, a coach is not supposed to be giving you any type of consolation or coaching you. This is apparently a problem that he had with Serena and her husband / coach coaching her. Okay? So the first time it happened, he gave her a warning. Like in the break between the matches, he gave her warning. He didn't take a point from her. Okay?
But why is he warning her? She probably didn't. Well, she says, or allegedly, she didn't see him doing that.
Okay, well, how can she not see him doing that when he brought to her attention that I noticed you having eye contact and verbal signs and hand signs with your husband in the stand? He gave her warning the first time. She did it again, so he took a point away, and that's when she broke the racket down after she was already down. Okay, and she started ranting, and she felt as though it was something personal when it wasn't.
One second, Farouk. Now, I remember before we went to the break, I was wondering if we could pull up a clip. Did you ever find it?
It's like
Let's
I
take
the clip. Hold on.
All right, let's take a look at this clip.
Iverson move when he lost in the finals.
Let's take a look at this clip and see what really went down.
Now to the story that is still trending #1 on Twitter, the controversy at the U.S. Open. But before we talk about it, let's get to the actual match. 20-year-old Naomi Osaka facing 6-time U.S. Open champion Serena Williams, and the youngster dominated Osaka, who trains in Boca Raton, by the way, winning in straight sets for her first ever Grand Slam final. But unfortunately, that win was overshadowed by the battle between Serena and umpire Carlos Ramos. Take a listen.
You owe me an apology. You owe me an apology. I have never cheated in my life. I have a daughter, and I stand what's right for her, and I've never cheated. And you owe me an apology.
Judge is calm.
Okay, so she was mad because he said she cheated.
He wondered the first time about being coached.
was watching her coach.
All right, now.
Because if you're using your coach, that's a form of cheating.
All right,
Thank
gentlemen.
you. You can't do that in professional tennis.
Now, gentlemen, before I was interrupted, this is the point I wanted to make.
You can remember that back, far back?
Yes, I can. I have short-term memory. I'm very good at that. The point I was trying to make is, professionally speaking, considering there was two sisters playing, and it's a lot of young black athletes coming out there, and it's a lot of coming up out there, and it's a lot of black females that look up to these icons and these sports players making it to that type of a professional level in whatever sports. I believe that at some point there is an obligation for them to carry themselves in a more sportsman way, a good sportsman light and fashion, for the sake of the up and coming kids that's looking out there and aspire to be great as well. Now, I'm not saying that Serena wasn't pressured a lot or wasn't beat down or wasn't brought to that point, but there's been plenty black athletes that had to deal and endure with all kind of racism and outside
Arthur Ashe.
Yes, Jackie Robinson. But
Wilma Rudolph.
They maintain that professionalism to set a standard that sticks and stones may hurt my bones, but words can't help me, and let my professionalism and my greatness speak for itself. And that's all I was trying to say.
But, at the same token, it's emotional. It's the moment. It's a game. And we see that all around sports. No matter what sports you look at, they get emotionally. They get caught up. And at her caliber, just to kind of like reiterate what Portis was meaning is like, to cheat, have all her accolades, to cheat, just to somebody to say you cheated, that's just like,
that's like a slap in the face.
Already?
It's like a slap in the face.
She's won them all already.
Right.
So but that's like a slap in the face.
What does she need to be coached for right then? What do you think he was telling her?
It could just be he an idiot. You know what I'm saying? The coach, we as coaches can be idiots. He could have done something. You know what I'm saying? That is the possibility. So it's like, it ain't so much she reacted to it, but as a coach, you're dealing with your emotions too. You see you losing. It's like, let me do this or do that.
And he can't do that.
You can't do that.
It's certain things
and he did it twice. The first time the judge let it slide.
It's not her, it's him.
Right. He gave her a warning.
So it's a certain,
and she did it again.
It's a certain way of professionalism you have to carry.
She did it or he did it?
Both of them were engaged. There's no way he couldn't have noticed something if it was no form of contact between the two.
You just got to always historically
if you're looking
know
at your coach and you shaking your head, that means you're relaying something.
If you ever really look
he gave her a warning.
I give you an example. If you just ever watch tennis, always know the coaching is deep in the crowd. They're with the family. They're not close up around.
To be honest with you, Ilya, I didn't even know that the coach was present. When I watched tennis match, I didn't even know they had a coach.
A lot of times they don't talk about the coach.
He's not a coach anymore?
Oh, no, he's way beyond. He's still
I thought they were
around.
just out there going for what they know. Only motherfucker I saw was the motherfucker to run out there and grab that ball and
once
run
you
back.
get to a certain level, you start graduating to it's so many antics to just tennis in regards to what you need and body conditioning and things of that sort, and muscle memory, and it's a lot.
Yeah, I believe she thought because she married a white man that she, had white privilege and it didn't
She could
apply
just say
to her
the things
black
she wanted.
ass.
Well, I get what you're saying, but like,
see,
my
in a
only point
sense,
was
she
saying,
had white
after
privilege.
people pressuring
But in a
you,
sense, that's what I was getting at early. In a sense, she has white privilege because if she's into a sport that's not even really acclimated with black people. And here, 2 black people are actually performing at the highest level, and she melts down, and that's just a shame.
Yeah,
Made us all look bad.
Yeah, I get it, but I still look at it from the other way too.
I'm not.
You got to look at it from both sides. But you have
they've been on her, bothering her, trying to take her out of her game before the match.
Yeah, but obviously,
I just wish you could have seen the match.
See, but it's a bad look. But
But who handles that? That's called management.
Yeah,
right.
That's called management, and you got to look at the level Serena's at. None of that really shouldn't phase her. Any
she
negativity
should be professional at all times.
Shouldn't. It really shouldn't. But she just had a baby. She's emotional. She's a woman.
We understand it.
Now you look at
but no, I can't even say that, man, because see, that's being sexist, and that's something with the feminist program she's pushing, and a lot of other female. That's going against that. So I'm not going to use your gender shit like she tried to do.
Well, even in
that's
most sports,
everything she want to take away from the game of tennis, and they're getting their ass whooped.
In most sports, even basketball, like two competitors, they'll be trash talking to each other. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you to be able to stay focused and still perform as a professional.
Without being disrespectful to the referees.
Yeah, that's what I want you to do. I'm going to try to take you out of your game or whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to be professional enough not to let any
You
of that
need to have that Rodgers in you.
If that was
you need to have that Rodgers in you.
That Aaron Rodgers?
That Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
That discount double check?
Come on, man.
He's a killer.
They're paying your boy what?
$33 million.
The highest paid is at
Aaron Rodgers
at the 49ers.
Are you going to use that against that?
But look,
No, we just saying
that's a caliber. That's a caliber.
I'm
just talking
Aaron
about
Rodgers is the greatest.
And I'm glad you
about
pointed that out.
caliber.
I'm glad you pointed that out.
For one, it's a hell of an organization. If you can't respect like a Green Bay, New England, San Antonio, I mean, we just really trying to figure out Cam Newton going to really be, dressed up the way he is. Because I see you.
Do you think if Cam Newton would have hurt his foot and got carted off the,
but they trying to make him the greatest,
the stadium, he would have came back and won
thing
on one
sliced
foot.
bread, but he failed black men.
He was supposed to do that, Marv. He played the Bears. The Bears been whacked for the last 5 years.
Don't win. Come on, period.
Which reminds me,
and quit.
Last 5 years, Marv.
Well, okay.
The Bears have been nothing.
Let's get right on into it.
They're pretty good.
The what's what? Let's go with the what's what.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We got one more commercial, and then after this commercial break,
Aaron Rodgers.
We will be right back with Sports Talk with Packett and his what's what.
What's what?
Right after this.
This is a sports edition of Mad Marv.
Yes, and we got to get right on into it right after this.
Mondays
on the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. That was a call. All right, and we're back. Welcome back to the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. This is the portion of the show where we talk about the Packett's What's What.
What's what?
So, Packett, what's going on in What's What?
Well, before we get to sports, and I know we're hot and heated over sports right now, let's talk about the Wu-Tang Clan and RZA. They're finally doing it.
RZA?
Yes, they're finally doing it. I've been waiting on this one to come.
Doing what?
And I hope they do it right.
What?
A biopic on Old Dirty Bastard.
About time.
And I want them to pick the right person. I want them to do it better than that Tupac one.
Let his son play him.
Exactly. Somebody that looks like him and as articulate as he was and as crazy as he acted.
I've seen his son, and he looks like a slightly musty bastard, but not an old. Yeah, he's on his way.
And congratulations to one of your friends, Tiffany Haddish and Cat Williams. They are doing it right now, getting Emmys for their appearance on Saturday Night Live,
as well as the ATO.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
comics are doing their thing. We work so hard to get noticed. You know, we're overlooked in a lot of these awards shows. So kudos to them for opening some doors and breaking some ground.
Big doors. You got to get your friends down here so we can grill them a little bit.
Oh
man.
Yeah, they're on their way. A lot of the comedians want to come on the lounge, and they also know that Mad Marv is welcome to have them.
Now, sports.
Yes.
Football, to be exact. Let's get into it. You know, my team is going to be all right. I know you're going to ask me about my team, but we're experiencing the loss of Greg Olsen right now, so we got to get over that hump. I'm thinking DJ Moore should fill in that spot for us real quick with that speed going across that field. But Green Bay, I wanted to speak on Green Bay.
Yes.
The great Aaron Rodgers.
The great, one and only.
I can't take anything away from Aaron Rodgers. They paid him. They gave him the money he was supposed to get.
Worth it.
He's worth every penny of it. But that was some dramatic form. Him leaving the game and coming back.
Don't get all. Wait a minute. I don't want him to get all Serena up in this bitch.
Can I get a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
So, we all know sports. They shoot him in the leg. They do right? Because his.
Well, they're not supposed to do that anymore.
Okay. But they kept showing how his delivery off his left leg was different from first half to the second half.
He was hurt.
But the boy was shooting the cannons still.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Billy the Kid in the shootout.
Hey, man.
I mean, I just knew it was a wrap. I was like, you know.
I ain't gonna lie, I did too. I said,
like, G-Money is out of here.
But that just goes to show you the heart of a real winner.
When number 7 came in there, I was like, I can see Marv's face now.
Oh, yeah.
Because everybody hate number 7.
Yeah, I started arguing with the kids. I was yelling at the kids.
It was the kids' fault.
I really want to ask you this question. You know,
go ahead, man.
We're Sports Collective Media on 5 o'clock. We talk sports too. But right now, I was talking to Farouk about it out in the parking lot. The black quarterbacks in the league.
A lot of them.
Right. Okay, all this Cal Kaepernick crap they've been talking about, and social justice and yada, yada, yada. Now,
burning Nike.
The most important and the most smartest considered player on the football team is the quarterback.
Right.
And you look in the league this year, and you look across the board,
black quarterbacks.
A lot of good black quarterbacks, even backups.
Right.
So I leave you with that because you got a black quarterback that didn't win the Super Bowl, so I just wanted to leave you with that.
Oh,
so I got
good shot.
Yeah, every black
and I do like that guy Webb that's on the Buffalo Bills right now. We had him and we waived him. And the Buffalo picked him up. That's a nice guy right there. If you ever get his shot, but we lost the Super Bowl. We had a old offensive coordinator that was trash. Nowhere else to say it. He was trash,
but y'all was undefeated to the Super Bowl.
Yes, and we were undefeated working on plays that people knew exactly what we were going to do.
So how do you feel about your squad this year?
Oh man, we're good. How'd your squad? How'd your squad do, Farouk?
We lost.
Oh, okay.
I could take that. The Chiefs are a real good team. It was a divisional
I wasn't
game.
expecting that, though. I didn't expect that Alex Smith to get in there and do it.
Hey, we lost. I could take that. But
from your picks, it looks like you wasn't expecting a lot of things.
Yeah. I didn't expect Atlanta to lose the way they did to Philly when this coach, after giving away the Super Bowl, after giving away the playoffs last season, I thought he would have had it together and known when he get on the goal line to run the man.
So what was the biggest upset in your pool?
The Atlanta one. The Atlanta one was the biggest upset right there because I knew that Atlanta should have took Philly out right there.
And yours was Buffalo, right?
Yep, and Detroit. I wrongly picked Buffalo. I wanted to pick Baltimore, but I can't see that good. I thought Buffalo was Baltimore.
But what we're going to do right now is...
I hated that I got a tie out of Pittsburgh and Cleveland.
Well, everybody got that tie.
Yeah.
Right? Pittsburgh should bounce back this week if Big Ben steps in. And I hope Aaron Rodgers play because they were on the iffy side if he was going to play or not.
Oh, don't worry about it. He's half man, half amazing.
He said he was going to play.
So,
Well,
so
you
what,
know,
what did you want to
I'm
get?
a Raider fan, though. Hold up. They played last night. I'm a Raider fan.
I feel
That
sorry.
was a tremendous ass
man.
whooping
Well, you
last
gotta
night.
give me that beast mode move and the fact that they
Well,
ran the ball and
you
just
guys did play
something they
impressive.
probably haven't did in 8 years.
What impressed me about the Raiders last night is the fact that you have a lot of young bodies and you got a lot of heart. They play with a lot of heart. I was thoroughly entertained by watching the Raiders. You know, last night I think
The
you guys.
first half.
Yeah, I think
A
you
lot of
guys.
heart.
I think you guys are gonna do good this season.
Heart.
Yeah, as a team.
I picked y'all to win. I picked y'all to take that division.
But
this
what did you
season.
say,
Oh,
Farouk,
man,
that
you out
they're
your
the highest
mind.
penalty team?
Yeah, in history.
So they ain't got no heart.
Well, you got to
Yeah.
understand. You know football, right?
Oh, I was talking about the
you know
fans in the
football.
stand.
You know Gruden was getting into the referees' butts all night long. That has a lot to do with it too, with those
Gruden don't have a
penalties.
goddamn thing to do with the history.
Man,
of the
if you
Raiders
ever played
penalty.
football before, if your coach or if anybody keeps on your team is antagonizing the refs, they will call more calls on you.
Well, let me ask
That's
you
the
this.
human nature, right?
Since
Man,
you're
if
a radio,
you got your
hold on.
goddamn hand in
Bro,
somebody's
bro,
face,
hold on.
man.
I love just to be
They
here
don't
to
care
keep
how
this banter.
how
I
your
love to
coach
be here
kissed
to
their
keep this
ass and go
banter.
call face
Bro,
man.
let me ask him. Since he's a Raider fan, do you believe in the Raiders curse?
The curse? I ain't never heard of the curse.
Al
You know
Davis
what I'm
is
saying?
dead.
I mean,
So
what
y'all
do
should
you
be
mean
good.
The curse.
They said this ghost is
saying?
fucking with him.
Yeah, not only that, look at all them goddamn ghouls they got up there to spend all them goddamn
You a
hours putting
Charger
all that.
fan. Yo-
Thank you.
yo,
Hold on for a minute.
but
You had
hold
your
on.
moment,
But
sir.
hold on.
You had your moment. Let me have mine. Okay? They all these ghoulish looking motherfuckers that look like pirates that spend hours putting all this fucking makeup
The black
and this
hole.
goddamn Kiss look like the rock band Kiss shit on for the Raiders. They go out there and your team get their ass whooped.
Wow.
Consecutively.
They just got a little
It's a
shower
shame.
after the game. That's
The
it.
L.A. Rams own the Raiders.
The Raiders, they own the Raiders' ass. But we almost run out of time. So you have one more point you want to make.
What I wanted to do is just put 3 picks out there, and I wanted to get y'all opinion on Baltimore, Cincinnati. Who do y'all think is going to win?
Baltimore.
Yeah, I'm with Baltimore.
Baltimore.
All right, that's unanimous. Let's go with Carolina, Atlanta.
Atlanta.
I'm going with Carolina.
Carolina.
Okay, yeah, I know Marv's just a hater.
Yeah, fuck Carolina.
Minnesota, Green Bay.
Minnesota.
Exactly, I'm taking Minnesota too.
and Green Bay all the way.
Well, Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not
Only
a Green Bay
because
fan.
Aaron Rodgers
I just like what Aaron Rodgers did.
Exactly.
I'm
Now-
not a Green Bay fan. I just like what he did for his
Aaron
organization.
Rodgers is
and that
injured.
check he just got.
Last but not
Minnesota
least,
is on fire.
Pittsburgh, Jaguars.
Pittsburgh.
That's a tough one. That's
I'm
a
going
tough
with
one.
the Jags.
I'm gonna go with the Jags.
Ain't no way in fuck Pittsburgh should have tied.
Where they play
with
at, huh?
Cleveland.
Well, you know what?
Where they play at?
Let me rephrase that. New England Patriots, Jaguars. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, well, I'm
I'm
going
gonna
with
say where they
I'm
play
going-
at. That
I'm
doesn't
going
even
with
make sense.
I'm rolling with Brady.
Yeah.
I got Jaguars, man. Cause,
Oh, that sounds a
I'm
little
going with
emotional.
Brady.
And
Yeah.
what about you,
I'm
Marv?
I'm going with Patriots.
I'm gonna take the Patriots too. The Jaguars.
Patriots
They had a
didn't look
different
that
quarterback,
good back
man.
then.
Get in the office pool.
I'm with you.
Yeah, and we gonna sign you up today, right?
Not today.
Right? Why not today? It's
Only
only take
take
2
3
minutes.
Hey.
Now, wait a minute. Now, pack it. Now, when we come back next week and we see that your picks,
I'm gonna do better than you, Marv.
No, you won't.
Would you like
Now,
to make
Packers
a?
said that shit, y'all. Y'all heard him. He said
Would you like to make a wager on that?
Not on national.
See,
Not,
you
not,
always
I'm not
betting
talking about any
some
money, Marv. I'm talking about finally coming to work out.
I ain't buying you a cheeseburger.
I'm talking about finally coming to work out,
I
Marv.
don't do it. I ain't gonna do it.
A vegan cheeseburger.
Yeah,
Ain't nothing wrong
You
with a
talking
vegan
about working
cheeseburger.
out?
yeah, never get me to eat jackfruit. No, never.
You never eat jackfruit? That's a lie. You probably ate jackfruit the way
And
you
didn't
eat.
know it.
Probably.
Exactly.
Probably didn't know it. But anyway, pack it.
And thank you guys for tuning into the West What now.
Now, when we come back next week and we see that your picks once again suck, please do not go all Serena on us. Okay, we'll make sure.
I'm gonna bring my tennis racket
No,
just for
shit.
you.
Yeah.
It's
When you gonna bring
it's
your
gonna be
little
wood.
your Bob the Builder hat back? That's what we've been waiting to see.
When your little sister give it back to me, she loves that thing.
Thanks for having me, Mark.
She only dates me because I got benefits. I told her, I said, I got something that will bend to fit. You know, she loves that.
Because she likes little guys, and you're a little fella. So hey, what can I say?
But hey, you know what your little
And little
sister
people
like.
can bend and
You
fit
know
in
what she
anyway.
like. He sure know his sister, don't he?
Pack it out like that, boy.
And we'll see you guys next week right here at 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. next Tuesday on the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge.
And Jay Stalin is the new West Coast king of rap, y'all.
And we
Check
want
him
to
out.
remind you guys to come out on the 19th, September 19th, to the Mad Marv Hump Day comedy show.
5 comics.
5 for $5. 5 comics for $5. This is the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. Trap comedy at its finest. Where if you can't slang yourself, you might as well hang yourself. This is also where you can turn yourself into dope and you become the real man. Whoa, yeah.